Hi, this is Brandon Moon with Moonlit Fly Fishing. I want to welcome you to Fly Tying Night tonight. Tonight we're going to be tying up a quick rubber legs pheasant tail nymph pattern. This is a great pattern as a point fly on a 2-fly nymph rig. A few things that we look for in our patterns as we're tying and fishing them is we want to make sure that we know that we can tie them quickly, they're durable, and most importantly that they catch fish, they're effective. This pattern checks all three of those boxes and is a great pattern to tie and fish. So with that, I want to make sure that I invite you, if you get any kind of value in this video whatsoever, that you make sure and like the video, leave us a comment, share the video, subscribe and hit the bell to receive future notification. This helps us a great deal as we work to get our content out in front of more people. And this just helps beat the algorithm. So with that, we greatly appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you again in the future. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get started with this pattern today. With that, I want to go ahead and get started putting the hook in the vise. The hook we're going to be using is the Moonlit Premium Tagata ML 501. I'm tying in a size 14 tonight. You can tie this in any size from 10 all the way through 18 or even an 8 if you'd really like. For the size 14 on this, we're using a Moonlit slotted tungsten bead in a 3/0. And I'm just going to take some 0.5 millimeter lead-free wire from Semperfli and wrap about 4 to 5 wraps. And then I'm just going to helicopter that out. Then I'm going to push that all the way up into the bead. Now I'm going to take my Semperfli Classic Wax 12/0 thread in floral orange. And I'm just going to build a little bit of a thread dam back behind here. And you could use a larger thread, but I like this size thread for finishing my fly, and that's the biggest reason I do it. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to lock that lead-free wire in. Go back up front. Now I'm going to take and just kind of pinch and helicopter that off. Now I can build a little bit of a ramp into there. I'm going to fill that in here in just a minute anyway, so I don't want to spend too much time. I'm going to take my thread rearward to the bend of the hook where I don't have the barb. That bend is where that barb would be anyways. Now I'm going to take the 0.2 millimeter tying wire from Semperfli in copper. Really like how this color just accentuates everything that I do with this fly. Very natural color. And I'm going to start that and I'm going to pull that wire so that I can get it to stop right at that point behind my lead-free wire that I put in there. The lead-free wire is going to add a little bit of weight to this fly without adding extra mass. That's going to help it get down faster. Now I'm going to take a couple strands, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 fibers. I don't really count them. I just eyeball the amount that I need. I don't really want too many fibers where my tail becomes way too bulky. But this is also, I'm going to, on a size 14, I can use this for my tail and my body. And I want the tail to be roughly about 3/4 of the length of the hook shank. We'll just tie that in. Now I'm going to pull it back If I was tying a bigger fly or I was using some shorter pheasant tail fibers, I would clip that and tie that all the way up into the front there, clip it off, and then tie in my tips and tie my pheasant tail that way. But I like to do it this way just because I try and build a quick and efficiently effective tying with my flies. So less materials saves me time and money. I'm going to half hitch that there, right about that 3/4 mark on my hook there. Now we'll take our pheasant tail. I'm going to put the tips of that pheasant tail into my hackle pliers, and I'm going to twist this, and that helps keep my pheasant tail fibers from unraveling and separating as I'm wrapping them. And I'm just going to take and wrap that forward. And for me, I like how this gives me a nice clean body without having that separate on me. I'm going to wrap that all the way up as far as I can into that 3/4 mark. Secure that down in front and behind. Now we'll take and let go. Just to save precaution on my thread, I'm going to slide that up on my bobbin rest, and I'm going to snip that out. Now that I've got that secured down, I'm just going to half hitch again, set my thread off to the side. Now I'm going to create my ribbing with open spiraled wraps going opposite direction. And I like to use the rotary feature because I get a cleaner wrap. You can wrap that up into that thorax a few times and then helicopter that out. You can use your thread to tie it down either way. Now I'm just going to take my thread. I'm going to create my wing case. The first thing I'm going to tie in is Semperfli's 1/69 inch mirror tinsel in copper, or color to match the different color of pheasant tail I wanted to tie. If I tied in a black or purple or green, whatever I'm tying in, I can use that color for my split wing. Now I'm going to take the 1/16 size Mirage tinsel. We're going to tie that in on the top. And I just want to keep that secured right on the top, and I'm going to pull it back so that I get a nice good secure wrap there, plus it's going to pull nice and straight over the top. For a size 14 or smaller, I'm going to use hairlines, micro Grizzly legs. I can take one leg and cut it into fourths for a size 14 or smaller. On the 14, I really just get a perfect size when I cut it into fourths, and I don't have to really do any trimming. And I'm just going to secure that down right there in the middle with a couple wraps. And then I'm going to take it to the front, lay that down. Now you can see my legs are nice and splayed. Now we're going to take some Semperfli micro frits in a brown. You can use a green color. Traditionally, your pheasant tails call for a peacock herl. And I'm going to wrap this down. I like the pheasant tail Now I'm going to pull that back so that I give nice good separation there. But I like this over over peacock herl, because peacock herl is not quite as durable. Now we're just going to wrap that all the way up in there and secure it down. And I'm using the 12/0 here because I want to build up less bulk as I'm doing these processes. Now I'm going to take my Mirage tinsel. I'm going to pin it right there over the top, pull it tight, secure it down twice. Now I'm going to take my copper and do the same thing. Secure that down. Pull them both back. And 2 more wraps. Then I'll take and pull. I do the 2 wraps pulling them rearward back over the top of itself. Now I'll just do 1 more wrap there. Now we'll whip finish this fly. And I want a 3-turn whip. The hairline micro Grizz legs I'm using is the root beer color. Okay, now we're just going to finish this fly off with some Solarez UV thin hard. I'll just put some over the top of that shell back there. I am going to take my bodkin, get a little bit on there and spread it out over the thread. This just helps secure my knot. Now we're just going to take and cure this glue here. Finish that off. Now we've got pretty much a bomb-proof pheasant tail nymph rubber leg pattern. This is a great Euro nymph. I want to make sure and thank you for watching the video tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it and found some value in this video as well. If you did find some value, make sure you do us a favor. Make sure you hit the like button, leave us a comment, share the video, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notification. This helps us out a great deal as we're working to put content out into the community and inspire other anglers and tyers. So we appreciate your support in helping us do that, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.